So what were the countries we saw? South Africa, Alaska, which is not a country, but it was one of the things, and then Somalia.
Somalia? I thought one was Indonesia.
No, it was Somalia, and you said Somalia is in Indonesia.
No, Sumatra. Somalia is a country.
Whatever, I mean Sumatra.
Sumatra.
There, Sumatra.
No, not South Africa. It's Somalia.
South Africa.
I don't know why this is that funny to you.
Because you married someone with international studies degree.
So I clicked on those 3 countries and it did nothing.
Okay.
But I do know that I need to... Shut up! Do you need to know that I need to... Why won't it let me go down?
Oh, use that thing.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked.
Picture.
I
Where's
think
the
I've
volume?
already seen
Too
these
loud.
symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Oh yeah, maybe we needed to go look at the symbols on the trophies.
Oh my god. Okay. So we're gonna have to go back to find all the trophies?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. So there's the bear and the bird and the bird and the... What? Bird.
Bird is the word. Bird is the
And
word.
then there's horse and that thing.
The chicken.
Freak bird. And bear.
That bird
Person.
claw is not the same as the other one.
Person and bear. Oh, you know what? Well, and then there's...
The lion of Sumatra.
It tells you what it is?
Oh,
What? Okay.
I'll take that. I don't know what I did, but sure.
You have to find which paw print that were on was the animals.
I'm aware.
What? Okay, whatever.
But I don't know... Like, I don't know which thing here is assigned to Alaska.
What animal was Alaska?
I don't know. I don't even remember what animals there were. There was the panther thing, or apparently it was a lion from Sumatra, and I don't remember the other 2 animals.
And then we need to go find them.
But then it's going to make me redo all of this. Because they did not design the game properly.
The New Siberia Archipelago.
The what now?
New Siberia, I can never say that word.
Well, okay, so we crossed this and this for Sumatra. So we need to do the same thing for South Africa and... So this one... And this one would be South Africa.
The African kudu.
There we go.
And Alaska's here, so it would be this one and this one across here that would... Right? Unless they want the people feet. Or what the heck is that?
I don't know.
Alaska. The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
Kodiak. That's a very odd way to say Kodiak.
I heard the sound of a mechanism. Strange way of protecting one's safe. Triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
Yeah, this is very strange. Why is it in this game?
Because everyone in the 30s was an eccentric, paranoid,
Eccentric?
secret. Yeah.
He's an eccentric.
Whatever.
So
Secret keeper, and
I don't know what number to use.
was there a number on the map?
I don't know, it's not letting me go back to the map. I feel like there was a number I used on something else yesterday that I don't remember.
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. A number is written on it.
Okay, would you like to tell me what number is written on it? Why? Why is there a... Tell me what the number is.
Tell me why.
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. A number is written on it.
What number? Oh, is it at the top there?
Yeah, what the heck does that even say? 1587?
I see the 5 and 8.
1587. Such a quality game we bought here.
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry. A dozen gold sovereigns, some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much, hardly enough to justify your robbery. Charlotte Clark, Comside, Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Chim Chatsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Comside, 1935, January 1st.
Chinese down there.
I wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935.
Kidding, I'm making fun of his
Writing my
accent.
greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me, starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you.
Poirot was
How can I tell you what happens to me?
annoyed by everything.
The simplest way, the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband in the most direct way the truth he conceals from me. Sir, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you were surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Campside. Warm regards, Charlotte. Sir Carmichael Clark, Campside, Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsim Sha Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Campside, 1935, January the 12th.
This is the other one.
Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year.
He has two different
I have
long
received
letters.
your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for 1 more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother. Eton College School Year, 1912-1913. Franklin Clark. School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student, but lacked discipline.
Why would someone keep that in a vault?
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveler.
Can we turn the volume down a little? So I guess I'm done with this room?
I guess so.
I think I'm done down here too.
I've finished with this subject. Best to leave her to sleep now. I am not going to leave Campside now. I still have some things to do.
Okay, so
Best
what
to
am I
leave
missing
it.
then?
I do not need to...
I'm done with the chest, I'm done with the other room. Won't let me go upstairs.
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from?
What?
The what?
A horrible smell of something. I don't know what he said.
That's not new.
Not understanding.
Something makes me feel uncomfortable.
You make me feel uncomfortable.
Tut-tut. The gardener does not follow the alignment.
What?
There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
What?
Round pellets.
I just got a trophy
Revolting.
because I let him be obsessive compulsive.
There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
Why is there like a dead mouse?
I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's because I fixed this and because I repacked What's-His-Face's suitcase. Remember I did that too?
Yeah.
Could be the two combined there.
This fountain makes a very relaxing sound. I would like to congratulate Clark's gardener. What symmetry.
Why is he so OCD all of a sudden?
I don't know. Maybe he was.
Now all of Paris is burning.
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire.
What?
It's from
Look
a
here.
YouTube.
I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers.
No one but you
This
would
subject would
reference a
probably be
YouTube
useful to
during
me.
a live stream. I swear.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Orange owl.
That is also true. You have a missing dagger. That one.
I don't even know what I'm confused.
Everything that Thorgray has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her. But she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh, the dead rat. Sure, that one.
Replacement of what?
Oh, I don't know. That one.
Yeah, there it is.
Thorgray had no reason to kill someone who only had a few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
It's a dark and stormy night.
May you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte.
I'm surprised it's letting me come back out here. Appointments.
What? Small donkey.
Yeah, that happened earlier. I think small donkey is if you mess up, and then if you mess up more, you get medium donkey, and if you mess up a lot, you get big donkey. So hopefully getting small donkey didn't prevent me from getting another... What is this?
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
I can't wait for the gluing the pieces back together mini game. I don't know where the skeleton key goes.
Before leaving, I have to put the skeleton key back.
Yes, but where? Where?
Best to...
I don't remember where I picked it up from. Could have been anywhere.
I thought it was in the mouth of the lion thing.
Was it? Or was that where I got the ring?
Maybe not.
This skeleton key would be very useful for opening the locks I have not yet been able to open.
Clark's Hall? Which room is the hall?
Is it this?
Oh my gosh, can you just Google this? Because I don't have patience for this. Don't be such a gentleman, Poirot. Just put the freaking key somewhere. Put it on the old lady's butt for all I care. The nurse gave it to me. I feel like it was somewhere.
Line is head on the wall at the foreground. Take the skeleton key. Check the labels and watch where the lion is. So yeah, the skeleton key was at the lion.
Maybe I need to observe the lion and then do it.
Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here. I am not going to leave campsite now. I still have some things to do.
What?
You want me to tell you what to do?
Telephone Hastings.
Yeah.
To let him know I'm going
Hello,
back to
Hastings.
London.
I have finished in Churston. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burnt document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
Hungarian mustache.
Poirot, since my return, I see that you have fewer grey hairs than when I last saw you. How is that possible?
Mon ami, I am sure that you will find the explanation all on your own.
What does that even mean?
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Josh, put this in the
Poirot,
comment.
I assure you
Put
I
next
haven't
to
said
the
any
names.
such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The alphabet murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime?
Yes, he murders
Yes,
one person
and it
each
is
time.
easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities and villages whose names begin with a D, and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations. This man is tired. Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if it didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
What?
X, I guess.
I am not going to play games with you, Mr. Fraser.
Why?
You don't understand me.
See, you made
Mr.
it
Poirot,
worse.
since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
A dream?
No!
I am no psychoanalyst, my friend.
Good God. How on earth could I have thought you'd listen to me?
See, you're making things
Have a
worse.
drink and tell me about this dream.
Oh.
No matter what you press, they
It's always
tell
the
you what you
same.
need to know. It doesn't matter
I'm
what
on
you
the
do.
beach with Betty. I grab her around the throat and I squeeze and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I don't know, he's tired and he feels guilty because, not because he killed her, but he was in love with Betty and now he likes Megan. I don't think he killed her.
Oh, I was thinking in the dream is what I was thinking.
No, I was saying he's dreaming that way because he's tired and then he feels guilty because he was in love with Betty, but now he likes Megan.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh,
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her. Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question. Am I right in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses. Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident. But he wasn't.
You did not leave Churston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin cannot go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston. It was too risky for you to keep these objects, am I correct?
Risky? What was the risk?
Wait, is Curse the Dragon? Can we pick that one?
If you want.
In the brooch might have brought the curse of the dragon on you.
What? The Curse of the Dragon? It's a good subject for a story. Mr. Poirot, what sort of world do you live in?
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question?
What have you done?
Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
You just burn bridges with everybody.
I met Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accuse her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she is calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes. Would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I feel like they had to have known that was going to be really annoying.
Oh! She bought the one girl who died bought her daughter's stockings the day of the murder. There was the stocking salesman, and then there was something else about...
It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest to Jap.
I don't want to telephone Jap.
Apparently neither do you.
What?
Or rather, Poirot doesn't either.
Doesn't either what?
Wanted to call
Hastings, for your hair,
Yes?
there exists an accessory, how shall I say, that can be fastened to the scalp and covered with your own hair. Let me be quite clear, it is not a wig.
Come on, Poirot, I'm not losing my hair. It's just thin slightly.
Did I just tell him to get a toupee?
Yeah.
I lock my revolver in this drawer. I've not used it in a very
Go ahead.
long time.
I guess I better go call Jap.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
He's bleeding now.
No, I'm not.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Whoa!
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
Probably because she's tired of your crap and suggesting he get a toupee. Your new objective is to go get the post.
Talk to Hastings again.
Or whatever. Do you see the side eye he's giving you right now?
Are you collecting the post, Poirot?
I'm gonna get my revolver out of the drawer here.
The drawer.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long.
11th.
ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
The same things are wrong.
It is now the right time.
More ego points for looking in the mirror. Mirror. Mirror.
Let us examine this more closely.
No.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, the A. Right. Let us That's right. The A character. I have to find some. Yes, this. Right. Let us compare this with.
What was it last time? The W's?
Yes. The I have to find. The Right. Let us.
Plot twist. He didn't use any W's on it.
Yeah, I did.
Kidding. Where?
Right there. Weave.
Was there a lowercase and you could do the lowercase?
Of course, the W. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Hercule Poirot? Am I supposed to examine them at the desk or go talk to Grump Pants?
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
Guess you have to go to the desk.
Now, what of this needs putting in order a little?
What did I tell you about this?
Oh my god.
Are they for real right now?
Apparently so.
What am I... What?
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If someone has tried to get rid of these documents...
Get all the end pieces first.
At least they put them in the right areas.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
I feel like in real life it wouldn't be, though.
This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go.
Okay, that's not where I was trying to put it, but okay.
This piece should be placed here. I think that this is right. This page is finished. And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought. This does not look too difficult. This page is finished. Only 1 more. Keep going.
For reals, though.
Has to be that one then.
This page is child's play.
I'm gonna punch you, Poirot. Smug little butthole.
This page will be reconstructed in a flash. This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed. A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent. A bottle of solvent. A bottle of solvent. A dry cloth. All the pages are reconstructed. A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
Oh, now it worked.
Yeah.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Thanks for the update.
Your mom is so
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them? Please don't stare at me, Poirot. It gives me a sore head.
Aren't you supposed to go over there and read the...
Yeah, but I wanted to bug Hastings first.
No, why?
Because I want him to reveal himself to be the murderer,
No.
like he is.
No. We already know it's not him, it's that weird
Alice
guy.
Asher, shopkeeper in Handover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. War wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
Oh, it's that guy.
Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition.
Oh, that's gonna be next victim.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Medical records. And they all had What one do you have down there? It's not that. It's the over one.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C or D. And it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
It's pretty obvious. The guy who has two D's in his name is going to
I've finished
die.
with
The
this
other guy
subject.
did it.
Yep.
Also, you know, the fact that the game showed us the other guy's the guy.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to bug Hastings.
No, stop. Answer the phone.
No, I need to bug Hastings.
No, answer the phone.
Why are you not answering, Poirot? It's probably for you.
No, it's probably for you, Hastings.
Go answer something.
That booty call you ordered.
Stop.
He ordered a booty call. From Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Oh my god.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Square.
Wang Ching!
No.
The lowlife Wang Qing.
No, he isn't Chinese.
Just sort of
It's a
Right,
serious
no.
lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Square.
Have the town searched.
No.
Indeed,
That's
it's
right
the only thing
answer.
to do. But the town is large and time is short.
Why is
It
that
appears
the wrong
that
answer?
all
What
our
was square?
hopes rest on the
The
local
black
police.
one was
I trust that they
think
will be
was
up to the
that
task.
indicated where the guy was at.
But the one I picked was the name of the city where he is gonna kill the guy.
Something is bothering me.
But the other one was
Can
in
you
there.
reread the burnt documents? Look at the fourth file. Dick Dudley Dunbar, Black Swan Hotel, Doncaster.
Mon Dieu, Hastings, bien sûr. It's the fourth victim. We must warn Mr. Dunbar immediately.
Duh!
I'll call the Black Swan.
Why are you so dumb, Poirot?
Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today. Shall I call him for you?
No, speak to Dunbar.
No, it is you I wish to speak with.
But who is this Cust?
A murderer.
A murderer? Under my roof? It's not possible. I don't believe it. Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless, you know. Oh, yes, completely harmless.
We must not overestimate the danger. After all, we are not absolutely sure he is guilty.
What should I do?
I guess keep an eye on them.
Overpower him.
With my bad heart? I can't take the risk.
Of course. Well, just keep an eye on him then. If he leaves the hotel, watch where he is heading. I'll call the police in Doncaster immediately. When they arrive, keep out of the way.
Oh, indeed. I shall keep out of the way. I have a bad heart, you see, and a big shot could kill me. Thank you for having warned me.
Hello, Poirot. We have some good news. The police in Doncaster have caught our man at the Black Swan Hotel. They're sending him here by train. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House.
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Now he's gonna be butthurt at you because you made him go to the dentist.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
What are you doing? You need to go inside.
I'm wandering out into the street.
Why? Why?
Because there's important things here.
No, you
Ow,
are delaying.
stop! Stop!
You are delaying.
No, I was trying to make sure there was anything to click on out here. Look, I found this thing.
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name in Cheshire.
See, I would not have known about that village had you forced me to continue.
I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here.
Stop! I'm going inside now. Would you stop it?
Like this every time if you want Joe to be tickled.
Stop. It said we
It is a very beautiful
every time we
piano.
act like Poirot.
Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
Or maybe you should get down and jam right now, Poirot. Why can't I observe this lady before?
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
The cat did the murders.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
That's exactly why you should worry about the cat.
No. Hey, can we get a cat?
No.
Why?
How do you do?
Money.
You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Tubb told me that you might be coming.
I do not think that this is the right time to be peeling potatoes.
Why?
My lunches have got to eat.
But you are contravening health regulations.
Well, it's not as serious as killing someone. I just wanted to help you. I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh, yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. But when I see how I'm being treated, I wonder if I was right.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any
wrong
reason
to peel
to suspect
potatoes.
Mr. Cuss?
Well, he's
You potato peeling wench.
Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the wall. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered.
I hate
I
my
found
throat
his train
washing.
ticket when I washed his coat.
I love my
He didn't
ABCs.
want me to wash his shirt. He washed
And
it
trains.
himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
He pooped himself.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Buttonholes more like
Cuts
buttholes.
used to travel for his
Where
work.
stain came
Is that
from.
correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always on wound trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
It is suspicious that he wears a dress.
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Which newspapers?
The evening ones and the daily ones.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
I made her dry.
Take the key on the counter.
Wasn't she already dry?
I don't know.
See her wrinkles? And her hands all dried out from peeling potatoes at inopportune times.
I don't
what
think
all
my
her and
register will
Cuss were
help
doing.
you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Whoa, she's an accomplice.
I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury. This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Because she thinks she's getting away with murder.
No, she's happy peeling potatoes.
Smooth movements. That's what caused the
Mrs.
brown
Marbury
stains
is
on
in a
his
good
shirt.
mood. She is working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. just for one night as a favor. Mr. Custer was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
You rented the same room to 2 people. Very profitable, but quite illegal.
But I didn't harm anyone. I was only helping everybody out.
I had to make her feel bad about herself. I understood now. This is who Poirot's personality is. We must act in this manner.
Oh my god.
I get ego points every time I look in the mirror, and maybe a trophy too, for all I know. So I shall continue to look in the mirror.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject would probably be useful to me.
It's gonna take his medicine. A sedative.
A laxative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company.
Johnson
I know
Johnson,
this medicine.
A family company.
It is a powerful sedative.
Apparently they sell
This
that.
subject would probably be useful to me.
Should this go and take all of his medicine?
Yeah, you know what he's gonna do with it.
Use it for himself.
Yeah, cocktail.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess. The least we can say is that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Was he also the Chinese name as well?
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed.
Why wouldn't he order enough for 20?
It's closed. ABC guys.
I don't understand what else I'm supposed to do here. Other than
It's
close
closed.
the box. Maybe I have a way to open the closed box. Is Gwyneth Paltrow's head in there?
Oh my god.
ABC guys.
Go search other parts of the room.
Yeah.
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well. The Bexhill daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
These boxer
Most
shorts.
probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proof that he was present at all the crime scenes. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window, or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? It's an ABC. A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This object would probably be useful to me.
Let's just contaminate all the evidence.
You should look at the typewriter to see if it has messed up writing.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury.
Sure, that's what that means.
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it? Something is blocking the ribbon. The ribbon is jammed. I have to start by freeing it. The left-hand heel has been removed. The right-hand heel has been removed. Something is blocking the ribbon. Something is blocking. And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter. War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction. It's closed.
Then open it. I'm missing something, but I don't know what.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings.
Stockings. Da da da.
It is not the right time.
Oh my gosh, what do I still need to do in this room?
Have you checked the bed, the sink, shelf, that thing?
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
After this room, we can stop for tonight.
Okay.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see. Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crime. There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it
dialogue.
I had best talk to Jav.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Are there any common points between Cust and the killer? Oh, yeah.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can you talk to him?
Or that lady.
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Potato
Are you
peel.
questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
Hastings is
It's
having an affair
plausible.
with the potato
Dr.
lady.
Say suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examine at home.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Twist the cat was the murderer.
It's a bit earlier.
Aww.
I remember when that joke was good when I said it earlier. Stop.
Like this every time if you want Joel to be tickled.
Stop.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Stop.
Yay.
We're stopping, right?
Yeah.
Dun dun.
Da. Who is the murderer? You will have to wait and see.
I don't know what's up with the timeline and why I'm missing a whole bunch of...
Maybe it's stuff that gets filled in late.
Yeah, but some of it should... Greg, did you read this? You have tamed the Nordic firestorm. Nora Grey was unable to protect her secrets, and you have brought them to light with the force of your logic. Ow! Why would you do that?